Top of the morning, top of the morning. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's popping? Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hope everybody feeling all right. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit that like, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit the notifications to get all of my content, all of my videos. Salute to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing community, and salute to all of the people rocking with me. And for those of y'all that don't, oh well. Don't know what to say about y'all. What's up with it, Matt Moses? What's up with it, Dominique? I see you in the building. Happy New Year, man. We up in here. David, Joseph, what's up with it? Ain't seen you in a minute. Chad, what's up with it? Happy New Year, y'all. Y'all hit that like for your boy. Yeah, we got to talk about it. Especially David, man. Out in your neck of the woods, bro. Before I get talking to sports, I know some of y'all don't like this when I don't talk about sports. Y'all like, oh no, he ain't talking about sports, man. He ain't talking about basketball, man. He ain't talking about football. Nah, man, we gotta talk about real life. Besides, the ratings going down anyway. Y'all motherfuckers ain't talking about that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't looking at the shit. Nah, man, first off, man, I want to send my condolences and rest in peace to the individuals that lost their life on New Year's Day, well, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day in New Orleans, out on Bourbon Street. Such a cowardly act of violence, man. You said 2 days. Yeah, man. We done had Cybertruck explosion. We had a shooting this morning in New York. I think injured. I don't know if anybody got a lot. And then, of course, we had the idiot, stupid motherfucker that want to sit up there and put people lives at risk. And then we also, don't forget, man, you know, during Christmas or whatnot, well, during the Christmas before, a little bit before the Christmas holiday, we had somebody that drove into the mall and kept driving out in Killeen, Texas. Listen, man, this energy, man, we starting 25 off on a bad vibe, man. This is like negative vibes. The energy is dark. You know, that's why nobody wants to go anywhere no more. Like New Year's Day, see, that was one of the things that I had coming up. I know I told y'all I was gonna do a live stream and everything, but there were some things that had taken place. That happened a little bit later though. Just had to check on some people or whatnot. But then there was a situation that had taken place around my neck of the woods or whatever that kind of had forced me not to do that. You said, damn, that shooting is new. I gotta check that out. I'm no conspiracy theorist, but there are attacks sound co-oriented to me. They are happening back to back. Yeah. I mean, whether it's a shooting, whether it's But that man, what that dude did right there, and apparently, okay, the dude, he was a veteran. He was a veteran. Uh, he was in the military, but he was also going in. He was going through a divorce, and he said that he had a plot to unalive his family. Initially, he had a plot to unalive his family, but instead, he chose to take it out on other people. I'm like, man, just go ahead and just take it out on yourself, man. Just take it out on yourself, man. Like, why put everybody at risk? And see, that's what I'm saying. We know a lot of crazy things happen on Bourbon Street. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of shit that doesn't happen on Bourbon Street, but now a lot of people that went there, they're traumatized by that shit. Now you got a lot of people that's probably not going to even want to go out on New Year's Day. They done lost people. People done lost their lives, you know what I'm saying? Young and old. The beautiful brown sugar in the building. Happy New Year, baby. There's a lot of people losing their lives. Man, the energy is dark, man. Energy is dark, man. Like nobody's really, happy going into 25. Everybody's got a negative vibe. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, keep that energy somewhere else, man. Of course, there's gonna be people. It's the obvious. They're like, oh yeah, well, because everybody saying to me, it's Trump. That's what people are talking about or whatever. But to me, man, that was just a cowardly act of violence, man. You mad because what you got going on in your personal life. You can't take that out on everybody, man. You need to go somewhere. Go hit a punching bag, man. Go. Oh yeah, salute to you, Zach. Hey, you out in New York, man? There was a shooting out in New York too. 11 people. I mean, damn, man, 3 days in a row. I think it was in Queens or something like that. Yeah. 3 days in a row, man. Nah, people don't care. People don't care. They don't care about your like, man. People don't care about people's lives no more. They don't care that like it with that situation that happened with the idiot man that drove into the mall. Like one of the people that got hit was a kid and an elderly lady, man. Oh yeah? Well, they gonna suffer because of that. That type of energy right there. I don't even like, some of the comments and stuff like that. I don't even pay attention to it. You know why? Because of that right there. Because of people laughing about shit like that, man. But they gonna pay for that. If you laugh about shit like that, energy's not gonna pan out well, especially that energy that you put out in the universe. But we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk about real things about this. Nah, we gonna talk about that type of shit. Like, I noticed. What I noticed the most is that some of these people are not even surprised. It's like it happened. It's like of the norm. Some of these people are not even shocked that this happened. That's how bad it's gotten. It's like they expected this shit. A lot of people felt like the barricade or something like that. There was like I said, with the whole, like what David Joseph was saying about the conspiracy theory thing. they just had cops standing there where the barricade was supposed to be. And a lot of people thought that that was kind of suspicious. And then they also think that the Cybertruck explosion, as well as the situation that happened in New Orleans, they felt like they were connected. You said fools taking out people who have nothing to do with foolishness. Remember that girl who shot up that school in Madison, Wisconsin? She was talking hateful and racist language before doing that. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's a dark energy. I don't know. But you see, this right here, this dude was part of IS, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it, but you know what? That's what he was a part of, the terror group. But like I said, man, take it out on yourself, man. Like, don't take it out on anybody else. Like if you're getting chased by the cops, man, just go ahead and surrender, man. Like, nigga, if you're doing something that you ain't supposed to do, nigga, you making matters work for yourself, and on top of that, you putting people's lives at risk. Like, I was looking at this. Like, I like high-speed chases. I don't know about y'all, but I like watching high-speed chases on online and shit. I don't know what it is, man. I stay watching them, man. But I was watching this one high-speed chase. I forget what area it happened in California. It seemed like it's always happening in California. Like, it seemed like high-speed chases always happen in California. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was OJ, whether it's in I think this one was in Sacramento, if I'm not mistaken. I forget what part of California it was. I know I watched a high-speed chase that happened in H-Town. But, like, I just don't understand why people, okay, why are you trying to get away? You making matters worse. You're going to probably end up hitting somebody or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Getting somebody badly injured or even worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's, kids playing or something like that, the kids not knowing or anything like that, but your stupid ass want to come through flying through there. And, man, that truck was, like, I don't know if y'all saw the video. I don't know if y'all saw the replay, man. That truck was flying, man. He had to have been going, like, man, it looked like this dude was going about, like, 70, damn near 80, something like that. Said California, Florida, Texas, Arkansas, the car chase capitals of America. Yeah. I never knew Arkansas was. I know about, of course, California and Texas. Reason why Texas and California, like, if you travel in California, not everybody just thinks of LA when they think of California, but no, it's a bigger state than that. And there's a lot more land than that, but it's like a wide open space. And then, like Arizona, like, it's funny too. I was watching Thelma and Louise. Y'all remember that movie, Thelma and Louise? The beautiful Ashley is in the building. What's up, baby? How you doing? Happy New Year to you, sweetie. Yeah, get the lights up. Get the lights up for your boy, man. But I was watching Thelma and Louise, and that had Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon. I low key had a crush on Gina Davis. Don't judge me, man. I had a little kid crush on Gina Davis, man. But Nah, I was looking at that. You know how they were on the run because, of course, Susan Sarandon. She ended up unaliving this dude or whatever that was trying to RAP Gina Davis or whatnot after a club, and they were on the run, and they were robbing banks, they were doing all that shit. But I just was watching that old movie though. You said they be flying or I-10, I-15. Yeah, man, they do. Yeah, the California, like the California, like the California 15, stuff like that. I remember when I was in California, man, they'll put 60 miles an hour on there, David Joseph. But really, man, these motherfuckers be going like 80, 90, man. It's like they totally ignore the speed limit. But see, you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for people like that, man, because it's like you just be minding your business, man. You could be just doing anything. That's what I'm saying. And then out of nowhere, it's just like at the mall, out of nowhere, at Bourbon Street. You always got to be aware of what happens at Bourbon Street. Any type of party environment, stuff like that, man. You just never know. Somebody wants to make a scene, man. Somebody want to be famous. Somebody want to be famous, man. Well, he ain't gonna be able to see it now because he gone. But look what you done did, man. Nobody wins in this situation. Now you got traumatized individuals. Now you got people that are gonna be suffering for the rest of their life now because they have to think about this shit every New Year's come around. They got to think about this shit. What's up, Alex? I see you in here, man. Now they got to think about this shit. Man, you know what, Alex, man, I sat up there, man, watching a lot of movies this weekend, man. I was watching that old-ass movie, well, it's not really old, but it came out a couple years ago. You remember that movie, White Boy Rick? And I was thinking about Detroit and stuff. I know Alex, he from that Michigan and all, but I was watching White Boy Rick, man, with Matthew McConaughey. I like that movie, but they kind of messed it up a little bit. They left a lot of stuff out. They got YG in there, and they had Jonathan Majors in there. I hope Jonathan Majors, man, gets back into filming and stuff like that, man. I know, man, Jonathan Majors, he ended it because he about to get married and everything with Megan Good. I know he had his little shit going, and Hollywood was blackballing him because of that bullshit and stuff, man. But I liked him as an actor, man. You said Four Brothers. Yeah, I like Four Brothers, man. I just don't. I don't know, bro. Like, I guess I didn't like what had took place in the movie. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like what happened. Yeah, I know. I saw it, man. I saw it. I hope he had to be carried out on a stretcher, man. And you know what? The injury really didn't look as bad. It didn't look as bad as when they slowed it down. I've seen worse injuries, but you said, and the scary part about Bourbon and the canal streets along the French Quarter in New Orleans is that they aren't that big wide streets, so you could tell a dude was just plowing over people. Yeah, they're not wide. Them streets over there, man, are very, very tight. Very tight, man. Over there, Nowlim. And he was from Texas, man. He over here making us look bad, man. Making our state look bad, bro. Yeah, I hate that happened, man. You put people's lives in jeopardy, man. You man, it's just like, dog, just take it out on yourself. Like, look, man, if you got like relationship issues or shit going on in your personal life, man, you gotta find a coping mechanism. Like, look, man, I'm not on here to be nobody's psychiatrist. I'm not over here to be, a doctor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, give any type of life coaching or none of that. I'm not professing to do that. Only thing I can do is just advise, if you having a problem, to go seek some help, man. Go seek some help. I don't like to always be like mental health, mental health, mental health. I know some people, they get mad at me when I say that, but we can't always be like, oh yeah, mental health, mental health, mental health and stuff. Man, at the end of the day, man, like, some of these motherfuckers that be doing this shit, nigga, you know what you're doing mentally, right? Nigga, you can't be a dumbass motherfucker to know how to operate Russian artillery. You had to have some sort of intellect, right? You can't be a dumbass motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, to go over there on Bourbon Street, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not as easy as you think to get on. David Joseph know what I'm talking about, and anybody that's from Louisiana, they know what I'm talking about. It's not easy to get on there, and you gotta really be on your P's and Q's over there. You can't be a dumb fool operating all these weapons and stuff like that, or you know what I'm saying, shooting these weapons that you're shooting and stuff. Like, you gotta have you gotta have some sort of mind to do what you're doing. And what I'm saying is like, you got the capability to load up these weapons and stuff like that, and aim at targets and stuff like that. Now I'm talking about shooting now. Well, obviously you know what the fuck you're doing. So obviously you're enraged about something. You thinking about something or whatever. That, to me, that don't got a lot to do with and some people might disagree. That's not all about mental health. That's just some people just being stupid. You said I saw the video of the bases getting the Georgia football team out of the area. Yeah, and they canceled the game. Players don't need to see all of that before a game. Yeah, here in Michigan we have some of the worst drivers. Yeah, y'all do. But nah, now they done canceled the game. But you're right though. Guys don't want to think about that shit. Guys don't want to think about this shit because New Orleans is a place where you have the Super Bowl, you have different tournaments. I remember one of my cousins, he played in the AAU tournament. They have an AAU tournament out in New Orleans. The Tesla Cybertruck and its driver really upset me. Your truck is already smoking on fire. You go park it by a hotel like that. Yeah, but some people say that was connected. And listen, that's why, like, a lot of people, hey, and listen, I know this is a little off the subject, but it correlates to what I'm talking about. Tesla has went down. Tesla went down in the stocks or whatnot. For those of y'all that pay attention, Tesla was one of the ones that went down. Shout out to Cypress, man. I was talking to him about that. Tesla went down. And they're gonna go down even more, because now you have to worry about like, I'm not a huge fan of Tesla. Like, the Cybertrucks, yeah, they are right and stuff, but I'm not a huge fan of Cybertruck. I mean, of Tesla, because of, for one, back in the days with the whole autopilot shit. You had motherfuckers, man, landing in trees and ditches and all that shit. So I didn't want to get no nigga. Just give me I'll be the GPS, man. Okay. I don't need you to drive for me. I don't need you to park for me. I don't want no parking assistance. I don't want none of that shit. I don't want none of that shit. I don't want to sit back, relax, and let that motherfucker do anything, man. Shit, your ass, your ass end up going straight into a wall and get crushed. Hell nah, man. Yeah, nigga, I don't wanna put that shit on automatic driving and shit, and go back in the back and shit. Hell nah, nah. I'll drive this motherfucker myself. All right, I got it. I got it, iRobot. I got it, nigga. I got it. I don't need them doing shit for me, man. But yeah, Tesla done went down. But yeah, some people say that was that explosion was related to the shooting. They're saying that all of them, and then you got to wonder about today. You got to worry about the shooting in New York. You got to worry about today. Some people need to seek mental treatment though, instead of involving other than your stuff. But see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't even like to see people happy. They don't like to see other people happy, smiling. Some people might be mad because they family, their families are torn apart. They wife or they husband, you know what I'm saying? They did something to each other or whatever, and then they see a wife and they see another husband or whatever together having a good time. Some people mad because they kids, they don't have their kids anymore. They don't have that family togetherness no more, so they're mad at the world. They might have lost some people, you know what I'm saying? You never know what, some people might have lost, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's near and dear to them, whoever it is. Some people done lost their job. Some people, they not making, that much money anymore. You never know what people going through. So I agree with you on that. Yeah, like I said, go talk to somebody, and it ain't always got to be. Man, see, some of y'all. This is another thing too. Some of y'all think that, oh yeah, you gotta go see somebody like a licensed psychiatrist, or pay your money to go see a therapist or some shit like that. Nah, sometimes it's just simply just talking to somebody who really understands, like somebody, like a soulmate or somebody like that. Like, you know, for you men out there, and I say a lot of men because a lot of men, man, they got trouble expressing themselves and letting shit out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men hold a lot of shit in. You know what I'm saying? They don't, they hold a lot of shit in. They take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? But for my fellas out there, man, go talk to an older uncle, or somebody that you're cool with or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you can't afford a therapist, or you're not trying to pay that money, or for that matter, you don't want anybody in your business. Because sometimes, man, when you talk to a therapist, some some of these guys, some of the the patients or the clients, they come in there, they might be talking to this person or whatever, but in the back of their mind, they be like, man, what this motherfucker know? He ain't never been some of the places that I've been. They ain't never been raised in some of the places that I've been. They ain't never been through some of the trials and tribulations that I've been. You know what I'm saying? They look at that therapist like, well, damn, you eating good, you sleeping good, everything good. But some of the therapists, what you don't know, some of the therapists got more worse problems than you. You said Michigan. But yeah, man, go talk to somebody, man. Go talk to somebody. You know, go talk to somebody. Go, don't hold that shit in, man. Cause if you hold that shit in, a situation like here, like what's been taking place, all these situations, that's what's gonna transpire. Yeah, man. But yeah, now that we're talking about basketball, man, with Royal, you said, well, my Saints are almost done for the season, and sadly, for the Pelicans, well, we know why the Pelicans suck. Let's go ahead and move into NBA. We know why it is. It's Zion. Zion is the problem. Look, I know we took an L last night to Sacramento. Okay, Embiid should have played, man. Okay, you had and stay with me, David Joseph. I'm trying to make a point. I'm gonna land a point here. But you still had Maxey out there fighting. Now we had a chance to win that game. We were without Embiid, and De'Aaron had 35, but Maxey had 27. You got to think about it like this, David Joseph. Uh, do you know how many rebounds that Domantas Sabonis? How many rebounds he grabbed? I'm not worried about the points. He had 17. Do you know how many rebounds he grabbed? Domantas Sabonis grabbed 21 rebounds. Now, you see what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie to you. Embiid would have helped. His size would have helped. But you're not, like, you got to show up against those big. Domantas Sabonis is one of the better bigs that's not getting his props. The reason why I mention this in correlation to the New Orleans Pelicans is because it is, David Joseph. You got a guy in Zion Williamson that is needed. Of course, you got the situation with Brandon Ingram. Like, y'all need a lot of help, and at this point, it's just time to go ahead and get rid of a nigga like Zion. You are, dog. You talking about you nowhere near ready to, dog. What the fuck is your issue? Yeah, no, I mean that's nice, yeah, but just think about it though. 21 of those boards, like he probably would have at least cut it in half if he had. And I'm not saying Embiid is the greatest rebounder or whatever, but Embiid can't. I would like to see Embiid grab more rebounds or whatever because I think one where he scored 37, he only had like 9 rebounds. But I would like to see him in that 14, 15 rebounds a game. But of course, uh, when you got as many jumpers as everybody's shooting or whatever, the rebounds in the rebound department is not going to be for bigs, particularly. It's not going to be all the time. It's not going to be like that. It's just like with Victor Wembanyama. But you said Zion gets paid to stay in shape and play basketball. He's falling at both right now. Yeah, man. I mean, dog. At this point, Zion is getting paid to sit on it. He doing the complete opposite. He getting paid to sit on his ass, eat, and party. You know what I'm saying? That's what he getting paid for. He don't want to play. Like Michael Jordan, he was fighting to get back out there. Ja Morant, even though he keeps getting hurt, and I hate that Ja Morant got hurt again, but guess what? He gets right back out there. What's up, Stephen Green? Man, Stephen Green, man, you always talking about Nigga, we talking about NBA now, nigga. But yeah, nah, yeah, nobody with Tesla, man. Now we talking about the New Orleans Pelicans. Now we talking about Zion Williamson. Shit, you gotta wonder if that motherfucker's still in the league as much as he been sitting out. Like, listen, David Joseph, me, you, Stephen Green, everybody in this chat, nigga, we should be getting just as much money as Zion Williamson. You know why? Because we doing the same, nigga, we doing the same shit. Only difference is that we were regular working folks. You said Magic Johnson absolutely hated whenever he couldn't play. These dudes are different today. Yeah, I mean, listen, bro, this is a different era, man. You know, now you got guys out there that wanna get back out there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I threw Jai in there because he wants to get back out there. Um, you know, even like Anthony Edwards. But see, Anthony Edwards, you see with Anthony Edwards, he rarely gets hurt. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all could talk shit about Anthony Edwards all you want to, but guess what? That motherfucker comes in ready to go. He was one of the ones that played in the Olympics. I don't go for a lot of excuses, David Joseph. Not on my channel, man. I don't like when people be like, oh man, but you know what, straight man, they playing so many games a season. Well, cry me a river. Karl Malone, as much as I don't like him, you already know, David Joseph, you know why we don't like him. But he didn't make no excuses. He played 82 games, damn near all of his career up until the very end and the lockout. I like Maxey in Philly. That dude hates it when he can't play. Yeah. And people get mad. You know, you got a couple people mad at me, you know, because of uh I'm saying that Maxey should lead the franchise. And it's the truth. What was he doing last night? What did Maxey have last night? He had 27, man. Him and De'Aaron Collison was going at it. Did De'Aaron Collison get the best of him? Yeah. But that's going to happen. That's a nice matchup anyways. Both shorter guards that are very explosive, you know what I'm saying? Because De'Aaron Collison, 6'1", 6'2", and Maxey is 6'2". Both can finish at the rack. Both will bang on you every now and then. Both are good in the open floor. Both have a good pull-up game. Only difference is one left-handed, one is right-handed. You know what I'm saying? De'Aaron Collison, you gotta love his. And you know what? A lot of people were like, "Yeah, how would you like De'Aaron? Not De'Aaron Collison, De'Aaron Fox. I'm sorry, I keep saying Collison, De'Aaron Fox. A lot of people keep saying like, would you like De'Aaron Fox in Philly? I would only like that if Maxey wasn't there. But they pretty much they play the same. They say they play the same position, and then plus Maxey has went up on his assists. He's averaging like damn near 8 assists now. Yeah, he definitely loved the game, man. You said Embiid flopping whenever he flops, go to the free throw line. Well, yeah, man. I mean, look, bro. Embiid. I've already said what I said about Embiid, man. You know, I've talked about it. I've talked about it till I blew in the face, David. Embiid has at this point. Embiid needs to do soul searching. He got to do soul searching. You know, like yeah, we went on a streak and stuff, but our streak ended last night against the Sacramento Kings. I would have liked to get that win. That would have been actually, even though the Kings are struggling, because I think the Kings are 15-17. It it would have been a good win for us. But yeah, with New Orleans, man, I feel bad for New Orleans, man. I feel bad for Willie Green, man, because such a good coach, man. Such a good coach. Him and Jamal Mosley, I don't think they're getting enough credit, man. Even though that both of them were in the running last year for Coach of the Year, I don't think they're getting enough credit though. But yeah, man, I feel bad for Willie Green. And if they do some, listen, I'm gonna tell you this too, David Joseph, about New Orleans, the Pelicans. If they fuck around and they even attempt to fire Willie Green, dog, I'm gonna say this: I might be done with the NBA, man. I said I might. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to quote me on that, but I wouldn't even want to stomach watching the NBA no more because they know that Willie Green has nothing to do with this. You, the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't know why they're keeping Zion. Zion ain't doing nothing but taking up space. He's not doing anything but taking up space and taking money. He already had a clause in there. Y'all made the investment to get DeJounte Murray. Y'all got CJ McCullough there. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Ingram, you still have yet to pay him. Kings roster, Kings under Doug Christie. Yeah, they just fired Mike Brown, but we are doing something with Zion Pelicans. Ain't going nowhere. Uh, Doug Christie, we'll see how he pans out. You got a fresh new coach in there. You know what I'm saying? I've always liked Doug Christie. I liked him in his playing days and stuff. He's always now I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know him as a coach. I think him, Matt Barnes, and Derek Fisher, they were all coaching on a lower level at one time. But I don't know. I have to go back and I have to go check that out. But we'll see how the Sacramento Kings. What they did to Mike Brown was even messed up too. Um, Now I'm hearing two sides, man. A lot of people feel like De'Aaron Fox. They said that he didn't want Mike Brown gone. It wasn't Clutch Sports, all this other stuff. But then again, you're hearing a lot of people saying that it was Clutch Sports, that it was, had to do with Rich Paul and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then of course, I I think it had to do with it was several things. I had already mentioned this. I think it was because he called out De'Aaron Fox on a closeout, which I think is really dumb. And he wanted to push the pace in the last 6 minutes. He said that at the press conference. Now we know Mike Brown could be a little crazy. I mean, listen, man, I had already did that on a live, David Joseph. Go check out the live that I did talking about him. But you remember when he pulled out the laptop? You said Rich do have a lot of influence. Yeah, they do. And I think it's sad. That's why a lot of people are ready for them to go. That's why a lot of people are ready for them to go. Please hit the like when you come in here, please. Hit that like button. That's why a lot of people are ready for them to go. I mean, Clutch Sports is still going to remain. You know what I'm saying? But uh, you know, yeah, man, it was wrong what they did to Mike Brown. I mean, he had Coach of the Year. The Sacramento Kings haven't been to the playoffs, I think, in like 20 years. You stick with a guy, but see, that goes to show you It don't matter what you do. You could get coach of the year. You could you could be like Frank Vogel, get a championship. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably make a stupid ass excuse. Oh no, that was just a bubble ring. It didn't mean nothing. You're gone. They'll probably do some shit like that. Even with Frank Vogel, I felt like Frank Vogel was done wrong when he was in Phoenix. Yeah, please hit the like, man. Hit the like button, man, when you're in here, please. I felt like he was done wrong when he was in Phoenix, David Joseph, Frank Vogel. I don't know what it is about Frank Vogel. I don't know why. I think a lot of guys don't really, they can't swallow his philosophy. Pause. And they can't stomach his philosophy. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at it, he's a defensive minded coach. Look, whether it's a bazooka ring, uh, Bubblicious ring, Starburst ring, uh, Skittles ring, whatever the fuck you want to call it. All right, nigga, he still got a championship. Okay, they always gonna talk about it. You said players run the league maybe a little too much nowadays. Yeah, well, yeah, man. And this shit is getting out of hand. Just like, people complaining about the 3-point shot and all this other stuff, which really, the only problem I have with the 3-point shot, and I'll get back to, the players running everything, but I want to stay right here talking about the 3-point shot. With the 3-point shot, like, everybody shouldn't be shooting threes. You know what I'm saying? And not if you're gonna sit up there and you sitting up there messing up the game and you shooting your team out of the game and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody shouldn't be shooting threes. Everybody, that's my only problem with the 3-point shot. If you're gonna shoot them, you better be a guy, man, that works on them consistently. If you're not working on them in practice and you're not putting up, anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 makes, I don't want to see your ass shooting no 3-pointers during the game. You know what I'm saying? But then you want to come out there just because you're trying to look cool as a big and everything like that. Like Brook Lopez, I wouldn't mind him shooting because he practices and he's been putting in the time doing that. So that's my only problem with the threes. But yes, the players do have a lot of control in comparison to back in the days. David Stern, I'm gonna be honest with you. David Stern wouldn't allow a lot of this that's going on, man. It's Adam Silver. This is the guy that y'all wanted in there. This is a guy that truly doesn't care about the NBA sport. He cares about marketing. He cares about social media, what's trendy. He cares about all of that stuff, man. He don't care about the sport itself. He probably got to read. He got to read what's going on and shit like that, or he got to have people advise him what's going on about the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably knows about the NBA, but he doesn't truly know the essence of basketball as much as what David Stern did. And that's my problem with that alien looking motherfucker. Like Adam Silver, man, that motherfucker looks scary, man. He looked like that motherfucker looked like the league is destined to be doomed, man. Like one of them goddamn evildoers, man. Like one of them damn villains in the mutant, like on like goddamn fucking Marvel or some shit like that, man. Like put Joe, man. Just let Joe Dumars run it. At least with Joe Dumars, he looked human. Like Joe Dumars, I think like Joe Dumars running the league, I think that he would bring a lot of the shit back. He would bring back hand checking. He would bring back, more physicality. He would, slow down all this. You said he looked like Slenderman. Yeah, Slenderman. Yeah, man. But that's a big problem, man. That's a big problem. And the Cavs. Now, look. Um, I want to talk about this. Now, the Cavs. We know that they beat the Lakers and everything. But the thing about it is when the Cavs beat the Lakers, a lot of people are talking about this Donovan Mitchell MVP talk, right? And here's my problem. Here's my problem with that, right? Now, Donovan Mitchell, for as good as he's playing this season, because I think Donovan Mitchell, he's averaging like 20, 21, but he's shooting a good percentage. He's shooting like well above 50%, which is shocking. And on top of that, he averaging like 9 assists. What up, Cypress? He averaging like 9 assists, right? You know, Darius Garland though is not getting his credit. Cause like if we're gonna talk about Donovan Mitchell, we got to talk about the tandem that's there. If you pull Garland off that team, if you pull Jared Allen off that team, or even Evan Mobley, the Cavs aren't gonna do as good. Listen, the last game that they played, Jared Allen had 27 points and 14 rebounds. You said Cavs destined for greatness. We'll have to see. We got to see how they look in the playoffs. And then on top of that, Darius Garland has been the playmaker throughout this whole entire process, man. Like I told you, Darius Garland, he makes Donovan Mitchell look good. He makes Donovan Mitchell look good. I don't think it's the other way around. Now, Donovan Mitchell, has he gotten better with his shot selection and stuff like that? Yes, he has. I will admit that. Am I ready to put him in the MVP conversation? That remains to be seen. It would have to be a situation like, okay, if you take away Donovan Mitchell from that team in the season, like in the season on an injury or something like that, and in the Cavs, they're not doing as good. Okay, then we could say that. But if the Cavs are still doing good with Darius Garland, with Evan Mobley, with Jared Allen, you know what I'm saying? Then we got to question that. And here's another thing too. I don't think Donovan Mitchell has outplayed SGA. You said I like Spider Mitchell, but he's a kind of player who always seems to come up short in the playoffs. That's why. Yeah, exactly. I love Kev beating LeBron and Lakers. Yeah, everybody did. I liked it too because everybody seems to think that, oh yeah, the Cavs are going to disintegrate, because LeBron left. Nah, It was like a lot of people didn't even pay attention to the Cavs no more once LeBron left, and that was so unfair to the organization. No, they were the Cleveland Cavaliers. What's up with it, K Dizzle? You said Donovan Mitchell doesn't have to be the guy necessarily with the Cavs, but the playoffs is known to expose weaknesses. Yeah, exactly. And see, in the playoffs, what did he do last year? Everybody know, man. You could have played, man. You could have played. Then next thing you know, you got JB Bickerstaff fired. And listen, man, I know that they're winning, but this is JB Bickerstaff's team, man. He molded this team. Man, they on some Steve Kerr bullshit. They on some Steve Kerr, Mark Jackson bullshit. But yeah, you gotta show up in the playoffs. It's just like with New York, how they doing good, right? Listen, they're doing good. Cat always has decent regular seasons. He always has great, good regular seasons and stuff. It's just when he gets to the playoffs. Jalen Brunson, you can't say that about Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson actually shows up in the playoffs. Matter of fact, Jalen Brunson does better in the playoffs than he does somewhat better in the playoffs than he does in the regular season. He did that with Dallas. Go look it up, man. He did that with Dallas. That's one of the things that I appreciated about Jalen Brunson. Everybody was like, Luka, 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 Luka. Even my boy Ticket, man. He was, I was saying that I would rather have Jalen Brunson on there because he a better playmaker. He might not be a better overall player with some things. I'll take Jalen Brunson over Luka though. Like in terms of setting the table, in terms of getting guys involved, in terms of being that leader. Jalen Brunson is a leader and making the right plays at the right goddamn time. I'm taking Brunson. Doesn't cause a lot of turnovers. He's a smart player. Luka turned the ball over a lot, and sometimes he'll shoot you out of a game. And on top of that, he's showing his inability to be not durable at times. Look at him; he hurt now. Yeah, so um, Donovan Mitchell, I gotta see more, but like I said, he hasn't. To me, SGA to me, even though the Cleveland Cavaliers they have a better record than the OKC Thunder, I still got SGA higher in the MVP race, and I'm giving love to Kyrie Irving too. Kyrie Irving has stayed solid throughout this whole time. He hasn't missed uh, that many games or anything. I don't think he's missed any games to my knowledge. We got to throw Kyrie Irving in there. Giannis, you got to like what Giannis is doing. How he came in there, and I know this is gonna mess y'all head up too when I get ready to say this. Shit, I'm willing to put Maxey in there too as the MVP. Like, look, I know our team isn't doing that good, but I'm willing to put Maxey in there, man. But the argument is that people they're gonna want to put Mitchell in there in the MVP conversation before they put a guy like Maxey. So yeah, man, it's getting to be interesting right now, man. When we talk about going into February, the season is getting ready to start in February. You know what I'm saying? We know after the All Star break, that's when the real season starts. That's when we gonna start getting down to the wire. Maxie wants to be the leader. That's why he called out and be. He's already a leader. Ain't no wannabe. He is a leader. Ain't no wannabe. You said I wasn't sold on SGA until I saw him shred the Grizz in the last second back to back and playing in Charlotte. Man, you weren't sold on SGA? Man, shoot. Man, K Dizzle, bruh. SGA is that guy, bruh. I've been watching SGA since college. Now I felt like a lot of people didn't pay attention when he was with the Clippers. I kind of didn't. I was like, I wonder how he'll pan out in the NBA. I didn't see him. I didn't see guys like him and Quickly and Maxi panning out in the NBA, but they've all panned out in the NBA, especially SGA and Maxey. Now SGA and SGA knows how to close. He's a slept-on closer. Not as an MVP, but he should have got MVP last year. No. Hey, K Dizzle. SGA should have got MVP last year. And listen, y'all know I fuck with Jokic. But that's what a lot of people are saying. I think Tura was saying the same thing. Y'all giving Jokic an MVP every single season. Nah, we got to let somebody else get it. OKC had a really good season, and had it not been for that bogus ass call, they would have been in the Western Conference Finals. Nah, SGA deserved it. He deserved that MVP, man. He had a hell of a season. I don't think to my knowledge, I don't think SGA scored under 20 points. To my knowledge, I could be wrong. I don't. If it's not under 20, I don't think he scored under 15 points the entire season. He's always readily available. Hell, you got some people comparing, like, all these comparisons to like Mike and Kobe. Like, at first it was, you said SGA, OKC, Murray in the Mile High, Wiggins in the Bay, Brooks in H-Town. Yeah. The Canadian ballers. Yeah. Don't forget about RJ and RJ's already in Toronto. RJ Barrett. Yeah, Canadian. They don't. Canada don't get enough credit, man. But yeah, man, I'm about to go ahead and be up out of here, man. Make sure y'all hit that like. It was good talking to y'all. Happy New Year. Go in. I hope everybody have a safe and prosperous New Year. It's 25, and let's get it done, man. You know what I'm saying? Live every day like it's your last, and work every day like it's your first. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Shouts out to the whole entire LDBC, basketball and boxing communities. Until then, I'm gone.